Yeah, especially with the couple days off there to come in and play well for 2 games against a good team and go into an off day with that. It's a lot happier flight, a lot happier off day, and hopefully we can build on that going to Boston.
What do you see from your offense just in general, being able to keep the pressure on throughout that game?
Yeah, there were a lot of good things. The base running was good. Vance sending the runner there, and even more so with Frazier just continuing to run all the way to third. I mean, that sets up another run. Vinny coming through again against the lefty. We had a lot of really good at-bats. When they were matching up with us, we had some really good at-bats.
Talk a little bit about Walker. It wasn't great, but he got it done.
He did, and that's what we've come to expect. I mean, everybody knows he's a professional. He goes out there and gives you a chance to win every time out. I'm sure he's frustrated that he didn't go deeper into the game, but at where we were with the bullpen and the off day and all that kind of stuff, he understands, but he gave us a chance.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. It's Thursday, July 11th, 2024. Stephen St. John and Jake Gutierrez. No co-host, no intern, no nothing. But we got you. And we got the Royals sweeping the Cardinals in yesterday's doubleheader. How you like them apples? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. St. Louis. Royals win. Salvi hits a home run. A salvadong in each game.
Yeah, how about that? The boys are playing some ball, huh?
That's right. That's right, Bobby. The Royals beat the Cardinals 6-4 in Game 1, and then they cap it off with an 8-5 victory in Game 2.
Thank you, my friend.
So that was a big deal, man. That was a great day for the Royals yesterday. And now they get another day off, rest the bullpen, and get ready for a huge weekend series in Boston at Fenway Park. How about that? The Royals picked up a game and a half in the wild card, so now they enter the series against Boston tomorrow, only a half game behind the Red Sox for the third wild card spot.
How about those Royals?
And they're only a game and a half behind the Minnesota Twins. And so that was a big day for the Royals yesterday. It's always nice to beat St. Louis, first of all. And St. Louis was a hot team going in. But to be able to sweep them, that was the first time the Cardinals were swept in a doubleheader since 2015 when the Braves did it. And so now the Royals they're 7.5 out of first, 7.5 behind Cleveland. They're 2.5 behind the Twins. But more importantly right now, yesterday morning when we talked, they were 2 games behind Boston. And now this morning, they're just a half game behind Boston for the third wild card spot. And so, again, because of the weird scheduling, they get another day off. So because of the postponement that they had in St. Louis when Game 1 was originally supposed to be played on Tuesday night, you get Monday off, you get Tuesday off, you play the doubleheader yesterday, you get today off, and then you get 3 in Boston, and then you get the All-Star break. So, you'll take it. Now, maybe they want to get back in action because they feel like they're hot after winning those 2 games against St. Louis, but I'm sure the bullpen will take the day off. And it's probably going to be a great day off, considering they just swept the Cardinals. So that's all good in this hood, as the Royals are now 51-43, a half game behind the Boston Red Sox, after sweeping the Cardinals yesterday 6-4 and 8-5. In the first game, I mentioned Salvi had home runs in both games yesterday, but in Game 1, Salvi was 2 for 4 with a couple of ribbies. Hunter Renfroe was 2 for 4. Alec Marsh pitched very well. It didn't start off too well when the Royals were down 3-0 after 3 innings. But the offense fought back, and Marsh held him at 3 because he ends up going 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. He gave up a couple of home runs, but we'll take that. That's a quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs, 8 strikeouts for Marsh. And then Smith, Long, and a man talking in my ear about Las Vegas combined to close the game out. I don't know, Jake. I also hear voices, so that could be just me.
Was that on the air?
Yeah. Was there someone talking about Las Vegas?
Yeah, I was.
All right.
I was cleaning up some
Are you
Todd Lebo sound.
Are you testing me?
Not trying to.
I'm like talking about the bullpen out here, and back in Las Vegas.
The last thing you want to hear is Todd Lebo's voice in your ear.
I don't mind.
Trying to talk about these red hot Royals.
Did he ever get his plane back from?
I never heard from him. I imagine he got a little delay.
No, he was
boarding.
No, he was delayed because we were texting back and forth about some other things.
I got a lot of things going on.
8:17 last night. My flight has been delayed by an hour. Double vomit-faced emoji. Let's see.
Said boarding soon.
Yeah, 9:27.
That's the last I heard.
Kansas City time.
What's
we
soon?
We hope he. Yeah. We hope he got on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
It's a long day yesterday, so tried to get to bed early.
You?
Tried to, but early ended up being like 10:30.
Yeah. I think I had dinner at 10:15. It was weird. It was a long day.
Long day. A lot of going on. A lot of sports going on yesterday.
I went life lesson for you. Interrupt baseball talk. Life lesson. I was going to stop and get body wash on the way home.
You ran out?
Well, yeah, but I had a couple of pumps left. I can always tell,
Yeah.
I got a couple of pumps left.
Yeah, you got a day or two left.
That's the story of my life. Stephen St. John, he's got a couple of pumps left. And so, point is, and I'm very specific. I have to have a certain body wash, according to my dermatologist.
Hey.
No, what are they? No, can't have any sulfates or.
It's good for you. Yeah,
parabens and
get
all
that
this
stuff
other
out
stuff. Anyway, and I like there's this stuff called Native. You seen that stuff? It's pretty good.
there. Yeah.
And it's like eucalyptus and mint, and it gives you that tingling sensation. Shut up.
Not.
Anyway.
I use Dr. Bronner's.
Doctor Who?
Bronner's. Talking about
boy.
our hygiene here.
Yeah.
New day.
Anyway, well, hey.
The good thing is that we shower.
Hygiene's super important
It is.
for some people. Anyway, I went. I know that one store has a good selection. I'm very specific. I stopped at the I can name names. I stopped at the pharmacy. I stopped at CVS, right? They didn't have a big selection. They didn't have what I wanted. I got some of the things I wanted. And so I said, later on, I'm going to go just make a run just to get body wash. I went to Target. And then Susan's like, oh, you going to Target? I'll go. And then you hear a voice from the other side of the door, Selena, I'm going to go. I have to get a couple things. I said, oh, boy. And so my quick trip to Target to get body wash cost me $167.
That's expensive body wash.
So here's the deal. No matter how tired you are, if you're going to stop and get body wash, stop and get body wash on your own.
Right. Or else.
Right. Or else you're
forking out the dough.
Getting lots of things, including the biggest bag of dog food I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, dogs got to get their food.
Right. That's exactly
Augie
right.
the doggy needs to eat.
I think this is more focused on Coco, but that's fine. Because Augie will, if she's hungry, she'll just eat the cat food and grab the cats. She'll chase the cats off.
Smart dog.
And Danny will just eat whatever's available. So there you go. Life lesson from Steven. So the Royals did win 6-4 game one, by the way. And Will Smith, Long, and then MacArthur. MacArthur gets a save. He gave up a run, a couple of hits in that first game, but that's all right. Royals had a cushion. They used it 6-4. Then you get to game two. And again, the Cardinals jump out to a lead 1-0. But after coming back from a 3-0 deficit, 1-0, that ain't nothing. And the Royals kind of went back and forth. High-scoring game. But they end up with an 8-5 lead. And once again, MacArthur gets it done. So he gets 2 saves yesterday. The bullpen, for the most part, looks pretty good. I'll say this. We're looking to figure out how they're going to utilize him. Chris Bubich yesterday, perfect inning with a strikeout. He gets the hold. So yesterday they used Bubich in the 8th inning to set up MacArthur. And so that was good. I'll take that. And then in game 2, Bobby Witt Jr. had a couple of hits. Pasquantino had a couple of hits. Michael Massey, good to see him playing the field. He had a couple of hits. Kyle Isbell was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Hit a nice home run, an insurance home run in the 9th inning. And the Royals win it 8-5 and sweep the St. Louis Cardinals. Also yesterday, so are you celebrating that the U.S. men's national team made their move?
I mean, I hate celebrating.
Don't
It's inevitable.
step back now. Of course you celebrated. Don't just be honest.
Look, it was inevitable. So, I mean, I was more like, okay, about time. This should have happened. You know, Nate and I discussed it yesterday, that it should have happened moments after. If not, I mean, he was a little dramatic, but it should have happened within the 48 hours.
They wanted to evaluate.
Sure. They're okay. I mean, I think that says more about where they're at, that you needed to evaluate that. It should take you 2 seconds to evaluate that. Oh, he just got knocked out of the group play of Copa America? Okay, he's done. But
So who's his replacement going to be?
I don't know. Really, there's only one guy for me. It's Jurgen Klopp.
I keep seeing all these lists. Southgate's on the list.
Maybe,
How's that possible?
Because this is his last run with England. He's done after the Euros with England. He's not going to take them to the next World Cup.
You want that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be okay with Southgate.
All right.
I think Jurgen Klopp is. I mean, look, I am a very anti-Liverpool guy because I'm a Manchester United. That's their number one rival. But I have mad respect for Jurgen Klopp as a manager, and so I would even be okay with that. He's phenomenal at what he does. He's a hard guy to dislike because he's successful. He speaks well and really is a brilliant soccer mind. So I have a hard time thinking that's going to happen just because it's the U.S. Soccer Federation and they're going to find a way to screw this up.
Bro, we'll talk more about that topic when Nate calls in.
Yeah, Nate'll be on next segment.
What about, you talked about the Copa America, what about this fight between the players and the fans?
So my best friend from college.
Uruguay's players, after they lost, went into the stands.
Wild. My buddy was out
throwing
there.
hands with Colombian fans.
Well, and so I sent him a tweet like right away, like what's going on there. He was there. He was sending me some video. He took his 2 sons out there.
Was he fighting with any players?
No, but I guess that some of the Colombia fans were attacking families of the Uruguay players, and that's why they went into the stands. And I can't confirm any of this. This is just what he was out there.
Can you confirm any of this?
No, this is
good.
Firsthand account of my buddy Powers. He was my college roommate and soccer teammate.
Oh boy.
But he took his 2 boys out there. He lives in North Carolina, and
it was in Charlotte, right?
Yeah, it was in Charlotte, and so it was. That's wild.
And you don't like Liverpool. Liverpool forward Darwin Nunez was the one that was in there throwing all the punches.
Right.
Or at least he was the most punches.
Yeah, but I mean, look, you're going to defend your family for anything, always to your end, and that's what it sounds. If that's the case, then I don't have any problem with him going into the crowd and defending his family. If that is the case, I don't know if it is. I saw some tweets about it last night as well. So if that's the case, all power to him. You go into the crowd if your family's at threat of any kind, but also like what kind of security is going on there if that's happening. I don't know.
All right, next topic. What do you think about the story that Taco sent us that dozens were sickened by salmonella after drinking raw milk from a California farm?
Why are you doing this?
because you've promoted this on the air, and I'm asking you about a question that you would know about.
Salmonella happens in all kinds of areas of the industry, and it's just singled out that it's raw milk. Look, there's bags of lettuce that cause salmonella. There's cucumbers that cause salmonella, and so it's handpicked. Like, it's not because it's raw milk. It's because it's a food industry, and that happens in the food industry, unfortunately.
Have you had salmonella?
No, I've never had salmonella.
How do you know?
Because
Have you even tested for it?
No, I haven't,
Well,
but I think I would know if I had
haven't.
salmonella.
How would you know?
I think you'd be vomiting, and
I don't know. I haven't had it. What are the symptoms?
I think you get real sick.
Could you have a case of it without knowing?
I don't think there's like a symptomless salmonella.
There's some things you could have a case of without knowing until you go to the doctor.
True. Let's look up symptoms of salmonella.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You ask why I'm doing this because you are a very strong advocate of raw milk.
I am. Most people with salmonella infection have diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps. And I think
That just sounds like a Friday night for me, to be honest with you. I don't think that's anything unique. What's wrong? Oh, Dad's got salmonella again. Hello.
What are you doing in there, Dad? Salmonella.
Leave me alone.
No, we don't need to get into that. He was.
So you think this is a scare tactic?
Yes.
Trying to scare people away from delicious raw milk.
Everywhere else in the world, people drink raw milk.
You want
regularly.
milk directly from the teat.
That's right. I want it straight from the cow. Why are you going to pasteurize
From the what?
it? The cow.
You could say it.
The moo cow.
It's not dirty from the teat.
Yeah.
That's where you get it.
Drink it straight.
What's the problem, dude? Break down barriers. Quit, making things awkward.
We don't need to get into that.
Well, we did because it's something that was pointed out to me.
Right. But, I mean, he's a troll. Sal's a troll. I love him.
Oh, wow.
But he's a
Really?
troll.
Okay.
He knows it. I think he prides himself on it a little bit. So he's trolling me.
I did want to hear what you had to say about that.
I think it's an isolated incident. I mean, the milk I get I've been drinking it for well over a year now.
Where do you get your milk?
I get it from a farm in Sedalia. I get it from a farm in Sedalia.
How did you set that deal up, by the way?
A small family farm. They deliver it. They deliver it down to Brookside.
So you don't have to go out there?
No, they have a truck that drives up to Kansas City, and there's
I thought maybe like you went to the farm and you were actually out there.
There's people that listen to this show that have reached out to me who are now customers of this farm.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me the farm listens to us.
No, I know. I mean, maybe they do. My boy Roy, he drives the truck up every Friday.
Roy?
I don't know if Roy listens. I should ask him. He's a big Cowboys fan.
Yeah, he probably doesn't listen.
Yeah, he doesn't.
So but you don't drive there and get the milk is delivered.
No, they deliver it. But like, I have to drive to Missouri because they can't bring it across state lines.
Why can't they bring that across state lines?
It's illegal in Kansas.
Raw milk's illegal in Kansas? Is it really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think there's 7 states. We are not getting into
I
this.
don't know this. What if I got raw milk in my car and I cross state lines?
You can get raw milk
they
in
pull
Missouri.
me over. My ass is going to jail.
No, you can have it. You can own it.
Oh, I can own it in
you
Kansas?
Can't sell it in Kansas.
All right.
I mean, it's weird, but there's a lot of reasons.
Can you gamble with raw milk in your car?
If you're in Kansas.
Okay. So
you
don't
have a tough time gambling in Missouri with raw milk in your car.
So you don't drive all the way to Sedalia to get it?
I drive down to Brookside.
Good.
Get my goods.
Because if you drove all the way to Sedalia, that would be utterly ridiculous.
I get it.
Yeah, how do you get it? Utter. Maybe we should talk about an utter topic. I didn't know it was illegal. I didn't know you were doing something.
Right, you just can't sell it. It's stupid.
Okay.
But like in California, you can go to the grocery store and get raw milk.
Cardinals could have used some raw milk last night. They looked like they were
does the body good.
Struggling. All right,
Struggling.
I feel like we've tackled a number of different topics in this first.
Thanks to my
in this first segment,
open pot with Todd Lebo talking about Vegas and derailed your monologue.
I was in such a flow too.
I know.
I was rolling.
I was like, oh no.
I was like, this is this is the best I've felt all week.
You were going, man.
We've talked about this. Thursday is my day. Thursday is my favorite day of the week.
Yeah.
Because the weekend hasn't started, but it's in sight.
Friday Junior.
Yeah,
You're going. You're talking about the Royals.
Yeah,
talking
all
about
right.
Salvi.
I can stay up a little bit later tonight because I don't care because Friday is, whatever. It's like everything's coming together. Everything's happening. And then I just hear this voice. I hear Levo's voice off in the distance.
Back down here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard.
It's the intro to his Jalen Daniels interview.
Yeah.
I was just getting some Big 12 sound.
So this is
ready.
going to be a weird Thursday, people.
It
If
is.
You're used to the show.
It's a little curveball.
Normally we have Buster only call in, but Buster couldn't do it
Traveling today.
So he called in yesterday. So that was our Baseball Insider Buster only. If you missed it, then you can listen to it on a10whp.com.
It's podcasted.
And then normally we have Gary Dieter and Anthony Sherman in studio in the 8 o'clock hour. Sherman is on vacation in Florida. He's not even calling in.
I mean, he didn't reply to my we can call him. He didn't reply to my text, which is not abnormal.
I'll just call him.
We can.
And then Gary Dieter's going to be on the phone. Where's he at?
I'm not sure. He just said
He's just not coming in because Sherman's not coming in.
I think he is somewhere as well.
We'll find out.
I saw some social media posts of him
We'll
and
find out then.
his girls, and I
Okay.
think they were somewhere else. So
He'll call in at 7:30, and we'll see how long that lasts.
because Sherm never replies to any of the text messages, just doesn't. It's a really
Is it a group?
It's Sherm, Dieter, and I.
You have to text Sherm alone sometimes.
Okay.
Because like when I text him as part of a group, he doesn't answer, and then if I text him direct, he'll answer.
Okay. Makes
So
sense.
I just
I think he also just lets Dieter handle it.
Right.
I know that unless he's out of town or has notified me beforehand, he's going to be sitting in that seat every Thursday at 8 a.m.
yeah. But I knew he was on vacation.
And you let me know that yesterday, so I reached out and so basically a text between Sherm, Dieter, and I is usually just a text between Dieter and
right.
I.
So we'll talk to Dieter.
At 7:30, so we had to push him back a little bit because we have a guest at 8:30.
Jesse Temple from The Athletic, who was one of the writers of that article we discussed where they talked to several local high school coaches anonymously, and they discussed recruiting and gave their thoughts on Lance Leipold and Eli Drinkwitz and Chris Kleiman and other coaches and NIL and everything else. And so I thought that that article was outstanding. And so I wanted to talk to one of the people that was responsible for that. And Jesse Temple, you see, he's a KC guy.
Yeah,
Is that
so I was
right?
going back and forth with him yesterday, and he
All
said, he said, this is what he said. I grew up in KC. It's pretty
All right,
cool.
Let's go.
Pretty cool.
Let's go, Jesse Temple.
So
and then at 9:05, normally we have Mike McFarland, former Royals catcher, on Friday, but he's on. Why is he on Thursday?
So let's get into the weeds with
Let's
this.
dig into this.
So because of the stupid doubleheader yesterday, which awesome doubleheader because they won both of them, but the fact that they moved baseball from Tuesday to
Right.
Wednesday, Scott Sharp, our regular Wednesday guest,
Royals assistant general manager Scott Sharp.
he couldn't do the show yesterday. And,
But today,
well, he was unavailable today, and he asked me, what about Friday? I could do Friday. So I said, let me see if I
you
can.
told him I'm unavailable Friday.
I'm not going to tell him that.
That'd be weird because we are
Because
available.
I'm still shocked that he even puts up with me texting him
No,
on a regular basis.
agreed.
So he said, is there any time Friday? So I said, let me see if I can move some things around. And
So then we flip flop him and Mike McFarland.
right. So instead of Mac being on tomorrow at 8:05, like his normal Friday slot, we're going to have Scott Sharp on tomorrow.
Is Grunhard back on the show tomorrow?
Grunhard, I texted him yesterday. He said, I'm in.
What's that mean?
That's a great
Like
question.
in studio
I
or
don't know.
on the show from Florida?
I
or-
didn't follow up.
Right.
I just said, I'll follow up with him today.
The fact that he's on the show is just enough.
Right. He just said, he didn't even say I'm in. He just said in. I said,
And
hey,
Stan will be back from Vegas, right?
right, correct. So we'll have our normal, well, we won't have our normal Friday. We'll have Stan early, and then Scott Sharp will be at 8:05 tomorrow, and Tim Grunhard, I don't know his whereabouts. I'm imagining he's back in town, but I can't assume anything in this life, Steven.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
All right.
So that's it's a day in the life of me producing this show.
And we got no intern today because we have a golf outing
Correct.
today that Vito's out there, isn't he? I mean, Vito. That's
that's where he's at. He texted me. Yeah. So
did he? Oh, so he cleared it with you?
yeah.
All right.
He's good like that.
Vito, the Northland intern, is good like that. Okay, he comes from good stock.
Well, I mean, I have very few problems with our current interns.
They're a good group, aren't they?
There's two of them, and they're both tolerable, which is way more than most of our interns.
All right. Hey, you know what? That's a start. That's an improvement.
Something to grow on.
All right, so we got all that. Nate Bukaty, Gary Dieter, Jesse Temple, Mike McFarland. I suspect we'll hear from Lebo if he ever made it back from Vegas.
Yeah, if he's back.
So one of my oldest friends from high school is in town to watch us do the show, and she's already yawned twice, so it's like super exciting apparently for people. Hey.
It's early.
I'm going to come and watch you do the show. How long is it again? So are you guys done now? Is it over? No, Don, it's not over.
She said she's awake.
Yeah, well. That makes one of us. Let's break so I can have some mushroom coffee. We'll be right back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Go crazy. I'll be touring Paisley Park in August. I'm very excited about that. Remember, for such a long time, I was the only one on the show that liked Prince. Or clearly, I was the one that liked him the most. Finally got some good musical taste on the show. Hey, on that note, let's welcome Nate Bukaty in. Hello, Nate. How are you?
I haven't been to Paisley Park, but I have been to First Avenue, the bar in downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah, I went there when I was a
scenes.
child, so it wasn't open. And so I just kind of went on the outside of it, but I'm looking forward to this. We're making that part of our family vacation, so.
That's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be great.
Yeah, Richie's all pissed off because he can't go because he has to work. But I said, you know what? I'll be there and I'll take videos and pictures, and then I'll take you on another. Because, Prince that would be his number one musical influence.
I mean,
and why wouldn't he be?
What a great musical influence to have. I was just changing planes in the Minneapolis airport last weekend, and they have like a gift shop that's a Prince-themed shop in the airport, and it's all purple. Like everything in the store is purple.
Right.
He's still obviously very legendary in Minneapolis. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to see the videos and pictures of that.
Well, I'm not going to show you.
Okay, well then I'll ask Richie to show me.
No, I'll show you. Would you like to see them?
Okay.
I'll make a slideshow for you.
I would like to. I would like everything. Yes.
Wow. So today we've got so everyone's all over the place, right? And different guest lineup and everything else. And so we've got a special outing. We're having a golf outing today with some of our people out at Creekmore, and that's where you are, Creekmore, one of the nicest upscale golf courses in Kansas City with a beautifully renovated clubhouse, open to the public each day of the week. They have a great patio and bar. Where are you set up out there? The patio, the bar, the clubhouse, outside?
Would this be the patio, Gabe?
Huh?
Yeah, we're on the patio. It's covered, though. Like, it's an inside patio. They've got, like, those kind of sliding garage door windows so you can open it up if the weather's good, but you can close the windows so you can still see everything outside if the weather's bad.
The patio's
we're on
available
the patio now. This place is great.
Host birthday parties, wedding receptions, just about any event. You can go to thegolfclub at creekmore.com or give the GM Rick Scott a call at 816-331-2621. And so that looks like, it sounds like you're having a good time. Let me guess, you're going to have some breakfast here pretty soon or something, right?
Oh, we having breakfast, Gabe? We got breakfast coming?
Who's
he says, yeah. I mean, he's over here. He's got all the interns huddled up, and he was, barking out orders at them. He was, wagging his finger in their faces and making threats and all kinds of things. So he says there's going to be breakfast. So, yeah, I'll have some.
We're going to have lunch later from our good friends at Joe's KC with football season coming up. No time for cooking, Jake?
No.
Instead, grab some Joe's Kansas City barbecue.
Don't have to tell me twice.
For a great time, grab some Joe's Kansas City barbecue. I told you twice anyway. For a great time, no matter which parking lot you're partying in, swing by any of the 3 Joe's Kansas City locations, 117th and Row, 119th and Strangline, or the original at 47th and Mission. Pick up some Joe's Kansas City barbecue to go. They got you covered, baby. And also, thank you to Kansas City Ice.
Yeah, I want to know who sold this. Because they
listen.
they,
don't.
They,
I knew when I saw this. I knew you were going to get all pissy about this. You don't need to know who sold it. Actually, you do.
I know.
Kansas City Ice is providing all of our ice needs.
Thank you.
And let me tell you something.
But I am called the Iceman.
Hey, sales department. We invite you to listen to the morning show.
Once in a while.
My name's Steven. I'm on from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m.
They're not here right now. They're in the other side of the golf course.
I know.
The interns are listening.
I got a producer named Jake who's been nicknamed by Anthony Sherman and Gary Dieter the Iceman because he takes ice baths every day. And he's been in search of ice. He bought an ice machine.
I bought 400 pounds of ice last weekend.
And if there's a place...
I'm not kidding you. I was.
What are you going to do
no,
that?
that's why I'm laughing.
What are you going to do that?
I know you're not kidding. That's why it's so funny.
Where are you going to do that?
Where do I do? I wish I went to I mean,
But is it like
Costco.
That can't be easy.
Costco.
Okay. Anyway, Kansas
But
City Ice
now-
is where you're going to go now.
Now I'm going to go to KansasCityIce.com.
Whoever's client this is, why
Do
wouldn't
they
you go to
deliver?
the guy named the Iceman that takes ice baths
Right.
and say, look, Kansas City Ice wants to sponsor you.
I buy like 1,000 pounds of ice a month, and it's
Getting the ice you need for your events
1,000
can be
pounds
challenging.
of ice a month.
probably about every other month. I mean, I probably every 2 weeks I go buy
At least
about
500 a month.
Do you hear me?
minimum.
Getting the ice you need for your events can be challenging. It's a hot day and you run out of ice. Wouldn't it be nice to have a local Kansas City company there to fulfill your needs immediately?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, call Tyler at Kansas City Ice Company, 913-585-5009.
I need you,
or
Tyler.
online at kansascityice.com. Let me tell you something, Tyler. You're about ready to be hooked up with a guy that's going to have your ass rolling.
I'm sending
to
you
get
guys
ice
videos
every
like,
day.
Oh, man.
the back of my car is full. Literally 20 pounds,
There.
20 bags of 20
Tyler's
pounds
going
of
to be
ice.
here today, so I'm gonna try to strike up a conversation with Tyler, see if I can work
I'll
out
be
some
out
deals
there.
for you, Jake.
Hook me up, Tyler. I need help. KansasCityIce.com, I guess, is where I need to go.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the picture of the interns. They look like they're really excited to be talking to Gabe right now.
Oh man,
Oh, man.
I mean, this is the kind of learning that you get at an internship at 810. You know, on the job training from Gabe.
It's changed a little bit in 20 years.
So a lot of people, Nate, are criticizing you and pointing the finger at you for the brawl that took place last night.
Oh yeah,
I mean, no, because
Yep.
you're the soccer guy,
Yeah.
yeah.
and you present soccer as a family sport, and then something like this happens. So I mean, what the hell?
Man, that was ugly. That was an ugly scene. I heard Jake talking about it earlier. I've seen. There's been some decent reporting about it that I saw on Twitter last night from some people that were there. Obviously, when you watch the footage, you see just as many people with their cell phones out recording it as you do people fighting. So there's a million different cell phone videos
World
of what happened.
star!
Yeah, exactly.
Going viral.
But it was, I mean, there are a lot of reports corroborating what your buddy told you, Jake, saying that the reason that the Uruguay players went into the stands was because their family members were being attacked. There's a picture of Nunez, who you guys talked about earlier, the star from Liverpool. He's a big, strong dude. He went into the stands and was throwing hands, and then there was a video of him afterwards on the field. He has kids, and one of them was like a baby, like 1 year old or something like that, 1 year old. And he was consoling the baby on the field. You know, the kid was crying. So that because at first when you just hear, well, the players went into the stands,
Yeah,
you're
like
thinking
a
of
bunch
like
of
a
sore
Ron
losers.
Artest situation. Yeah, like a Ron Artest type situation or something like that. And if this was a situation where truly they felt like their family were being attacked, it actually kind of explains it a lot more.
And my buddy,
Now, somebody did make a really bad joke on my part, is that if Nunez went into the stands and was throwing punches, he wouldn't get in any trouble because he probably missed anyway.
You know, was that necessary?
He's a bad finisher, Jake. It's
Yeah.
he's
trust me, I know. I mean, I enjoy it because I do not like Liverpool, but that's not a good. I mean,
And by the way, let the record show that both the soccer guys here told you that England would lose, and I said England would win. So just follow my advice moving forward. Just
well,
letting
you
know.
probably had an in with that ref.
Well,
yeah,
I'm just telling you.
We
that
didn't know that.
handball.
I'm just
Clear
all I know is I saw-
handball.
Hey,
Penalty.
Horrible
that
penalty.
You know
was-
that
was
ref
a-
got busted for like being involved in gambling like
So
10
what?
years ago
I
too,
believe it.
right?
That was
That was not a penalty, and there was a handball before it.
that was a dramatic finish, though.
Yeah, I mean that
Right.
It was.
It was an unbelievable
Watkins.
finish too. Watkins, I mean that turn and finish was, top notch.
People were all pissed off when he came into the game. At least
Yeah.
on social media.
Well, yeah, the England fans are constantly mad at their coach the whole time,
And
and,
then
here he is,
he
got
makes
him in
the
the
right
finals for
moves.
the second straight competition.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a solid day of sports because, of course, the Royals swept the Cardinals, proving that Kansas City is better than St. Louis again. That's just unbelievable. And then I know you guys are happy because Berhalter got let go as the
Yep.
coach of the U.S. men's national team. And so now, I mean, I think it's crazy, but there's word out there that U.S. men's national team, they're going to make an offer to Dan Hurley that he can't refuse, and so they're looking to bring him in, and they think they can get him. It looks like.
Yeah, but they gotta see if LeBron will approve
Right.
it.
Well,
that's
they're
the issue.
going to bring Bronny on, and he's going to be involved, and so then we'll see.
And then they're going to lowball him.
See, Jake, I'm mocking the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers.
Remember when you thought they were
I'm
gonna
mocking
bring
them too. Let's
Dan
everybody
Hurley in, so
all together.
it would be weird if they hired Dane Hurley. I can say that. It would be different.
Well, I bet he'd be somewhat effective.
So
He's an inspiring figure.
Exactly.
Right.
Who's your guy, Nate?
I'm with Jake. I want Jurgen Klopp.
All right.
Jurgen Klopp is a number one. He's going to cost a ton of money if you have any chance of getting him. But
And that means
I've
it's
been
not going to happen.
I've been told, and this isn't like a great source. This is like second, third hand type stuff. But that U.S. soccer's actually they're thinking big. They want to make they're not going to let money be an option or an obstacle, whatever. I've also been told that money is a problem for the U.S. Soccer Federation.
So who told you
I
that?
don't know who to believe.
That they're going to go after someone big with money.
I mean, I don't want to name any names, but
just say
you know, I know some people.
Like,
no one's listening.
Come on.
No one's listening.
But I'm
This
hoping
is a
that
radio
this
show in
person's-
Kansas City. No soccer bigwigs are listening. Like, what
Yeah,
good
no, but
are
I-
you if you don't, give us some nuggets?
Well, I just did give you a nugget. I told you somebody that I know said that they've heard that they're thinking big and that money's not going to be an obstacle.
And then
They
here
understand
you go.
how
we,
big this.
we present you Steve
moment is.
Cherundolo.
You don't hear
Well, yeah, and that will not inspire anybody.
No.
I mean, and it might be a good. Hey, look, sometimes you make a hire and it doesn't inspire anybody, and it turns out to be a great hire. You know.
Yeah, that's
The-
not the case. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be excited by that. Cherundolo is obviously a very good coach, but he is really boring to listen to. And I know that's not the number one requisite for the job. Jurgen Klopp inspires everybody.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Everybody. Like you were saying earlier, I'm not a Liverpool fan. You're not a Liverpool fan. We all love Jurgen Klopp. Like,
Right.
everybody loves Jurgen Klopp. His players love him.
In fact,
The
I
fans
don't.
love him.
There's not another club I loathe more than Liverpool.
Yeah, and it's not like
That's
it's not
the only
like
guy that would excite you guys, though.
I'm not saying he's the only one, but he would excite me the most.
Southgate
by
would.
far.
Southgate would excite me. Yes.
Dude, it's crazy. Like my buddies that are English guys that I work with are like, you can have him.
Yeah,
You can have
bad
him.
comp though. They're not. The English fans are not sane. They're not sane.
Right, that's true.
They haven't won anything
they
since
hate everything.
1966, and they're all nuts, and that's okay.
And they hate everything. It's
And
true.
yeah,
They hate everything.
And so it's like
but-
that's a bad litmus test.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they hired him, but it wouldn't. He doesn't. To me, he still doesn't. He doesn't elicit the kind of. Like I said, Jurgen Klopp is the kind of person that inspires people to do great things in the world.
But he's had success
know?
on the international level, right? So you know,
Southgate has, yeah.
So like that for me is like okay, like I'd be good with that. But someone who has not, like Steve Cherundolo or some other, people have been floating Jose Mourinho or someone like no, like I would trust me. I just I don't know.
You could do a lot worse than Southgate, but like winning with England is not the same thing as winning with the U.S. either. You know, I mean, he's got the roster he's got. Most people think is the most talented roster in the Euros, and I don't know. Like, he's not going to have that with the U.S. We got to get somebody that's going to actually inspire the players to do more than what they've ever done before. And Jurgen Klopp does that
Yeah,
with
he
guys.
does. He
Like
does.
he,
And-
he does.
Absolutely.
But who knows if they can get him? I don't know how realistic it is. Maybe we're all just getting ourselves souped up on a fantasy that's not realistic.
I kind of feel like we are, but and look, because it makes so much sense, and the U.S. Soccer Federation consistently doesn't do anything that is rational or sane.
Okay, but you know what they did do? And I love Vlatko. I love him. And I'm so glad he's the manager of the KC Current now, and he's doing a great job. But when they had to make a move, because of the underperformance in the World Cup. They went out and they got like the best women's soccer coach in the world, and that tells me at least something. They're willing to make a difficult move, and that coach, one of the biggest problems they have on the women's side is they have all these big name players that are huge for marketing but shouldn't be on the national team anymore. And they brought somebody in that had enough clout to go, yeah, you're not on the team. You're not coming to the Olympics with us. And that's one of the things that I think they need on the men's side. They need somebody that's got enough clout to say, I don't care if your last name is Reyna. I don't care if you've been playing at whatever club. If I don't want you, you're not coming. and everybody's got to respect it. And I think Southgate would be like that too, but Klopp would be that kind of guy. So it gives me a little bit of hope. The fact that they went and got Emma Hayes makes me think maybe they'll go out and do this on the men's side too.
Yeah,
Jake, did you start watching Receiver yesterday?
I didn't. I wanted to start.
Oh, it started yesterday.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of Hard Knocks though.
See, I'm not interested in
watch
watching anything
both.
about the Giants.
I
at all.
get it. I get it. It's still
What a good concept, but what a bad team.
yeah, but it's still interesting to watch how NFL teams approach free agency and it just that kind of stuff fascinates me. I get it. The Giants, I don't like them either.
When I'm like, so here's the deal. I have like some downtime once in a while where I can watch what I want. But usually any time devoted to watching is our shows.
Sure.
And right now, we're just like, it's House of the Dragon, it's Mayor of Kingstown, and it's The Bear. And after that, I don't have a whole lot of time, although I get accused of whenever I do have free time, when anyone walks in, I'm either watching One Bite, Everybody Knows the Rules, Pizza Reviews by Dave Portnoy, where I believe I've watched now, and because he went to Chicago, then you got to watch Chicago. So I will watch the nonstop, and I don't care.
I'm with you.
And I don't care.
I get caught.
I
get caught watching that while I'm trying to watch something else.
Right. I start watching those, and I watch, and that apparently I'm always watching some pro wrestling documentary.
Oh, fair.
Which I try to get you to watch, but you refuse to.
But no, I have not started it, and I will. I definitely will, probably today.
You're excited about it?
Yes, very, very excited. Very excited. I think Netflix is fantastic. What did I watch?
I saw a clip of Justin Jefferson and all his jewelry.
You know what you guys should watch as we get into the Olympics? This brings it around to Netflix. But Sprint, it's called Sprint. It's awesome. It's about track and field. It's about the 100 and 200 meter.
I'd watch it.
It was leading into the World Championships last year in Budapest, Hungary, and they followed different sprinters from Jamaica and the United States and Great Britain. And
I'd be interested in that.
Oh, and so it kind of gears you up for the competitors for the Olympics 2024. But it was awesome. I binged that. There's like 6 episodes, and I ripped through them.
Netflix?
Netflix.
All right, I'll watch that.
Netflix is awesome, and so that's my point.
I'm trying to get hyped up for the Olympics. I want to. I'm looking forward to it.
This will get you in. Like you will start.
I did before, but I have an even greater appreciation for track and field. After going to all these high school meets and watching Julia.
I bet Julia would love watching it with you.
I don't think she loves watching anything with me. Okay, I don't think there's anything she loves watching with me.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Now maybe she'd be left alone to watch it. Sure. With me, I don't think so. But maybe.
But yeah, you guys should check it out. It's called Sprint on
to.
Netflix. It's really well done, and I ripped. They're not very long episodes.
I enjoy going to track and field meets, and so I'd like to watch it. And I can't wait to watch the Olympics.
It's awesome, and it kind of gives you the insight of who the United States track stars are for the 100 and 200.
Let's go.
It's awesome.
I like
Let's get it.
But yes, I'm in on receiver. I'll be in on that. I'll probably have it done by the weekend.
I'll watch. I gotta talk myself into the. I don't. The New York Giants are just boring to me.
I get it.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about them.
Receiver's gonna be good though.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Justin Jefferson has as much ice on his jewelry as Jake orders, every month.
Wow. Who'd have thunk a wide receiver that has jewelry? Must really be a standout. We've got Nate Bukaty. We got Gary Dieter coming up. Jesse Temple. Mike McFarland. I got a couple of clips I'm going to play for you from Patrick Mahomes, QB1. Also, we'll get some postgame from the Royals sweep over the Cardinals yesterday. And we've got some sound from Las Vegas. Maybe some Deion Sanders, Shedeur Sanders, maybe some Lance Leipold. What else, Jake? What else?
Jalen Daniels.
Jalen Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, did you see this? Mizzou got a 4-star recruit yesterday. That's like the 5th one in the past week. Eli Drinkwitz, let's go. There's defensive back. I think his last name's Base, and so his picture he was holding the base.
It's all about
Pretty
that
good.
base.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Eli Drinkwitz. He could sell ice to the Iceman.
That's right. I wish he'd have a drink with me. We'll be right back after this on WHB.